Russell Westbrook has worn some trash outfits throughout his career, but having to see him in one of those bright neon yellow Utah Jazz jerseys would have topped them all. So thank God he will never play a game for the Utah Jazz. So we had a pretty crazy NBA trade, a 3-team trade between the Lakers, the Jazz, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers received D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt. The Jazz received Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and a 2027 top 4 protected Lakers first round pick. And the Timberwolves received Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and 2 second round picks for the Utah Jazz. So I'll talk about the Lakers first, and I do think they won this trade. Obviously, the piece that will get the most attention is D'Angelo Russell, who this year is averaging 18 points and 6 assists, and who I think his main benefit to the Lakers will be his shooting. He's 39% from 3 this year, and he is a very good 3-point shooter. He's also a $31 million expiring contract, so we'll have to see with a potential extension with what happens in the summer with the Lakers and him. But just for right now, I think he is a much better fit on the Lakers than Russell Westbrook is because of his shooting. You think of him playing off LeBron, and fit-wise, it makes sense. I'm not a massive fan of D'Angelo Russell overall, though, because I think he's a very casual player. Defensively, he is not a good defender at all. And offensively, I think he definitely has a tendency to take bad shots and to sort of just float in and out of games. But good thing for the Lakers, they also got some other pieces. And I think the piece that fits really well with them is Malik Beasley, who is a great shooter, who's averaging 13 points a game this year, 36% from 3 on 8.6 attempts a game in only 27 minutes. So he's willing to shoot, get them up there. And again, the Lakers need shooting. They haven't had a shooter as good as Malik Beasley for a while, especially with LeBron. I can't even think of one who's been as good a shooter as Malik Beasley is. And I think Malik Beasley is going to thrive on the Lakers, especially if he can get looks off of LeBron and Anthony Davis. And his contract is pretty good. It's $15 million this year, and then the Lakers have a team option on him next year. And one of the reasons I do like this for the Lakers, because they have allowed themselves some flexibility for this summer, where they've only given up 1 first-round pick, and they've improved their team right now, but in the summer, they could still have near max cap space if they don't re-sign D'Angelo Russell or if they decline the team option on Malik Beasley, as well as make a few other moves. And the final piece they got is Jared Vanderbilt, who is averaging 18 points, 8 points and 8 assists, and who is a really good defender, and he'll provide some defense. He's a solid passer, some energy off the bench for them, and he's also on a very affordable contract, $4 million this year, $5 million next year. So overall, the Lakers, they got 3 rotation quality pieces. 2 of them are great shooters, and they left themselves a lot of flexibility. So I think it's improved them this year, and I think it's a smart move, especially given the price was only 1 first-round pick, which was protected. I'll talk about the Jazz next, and the real return in this was the Lakers' first-round pick, which I think, even if it's top 4 protected, is still a valuable asset. They also got Westbrook, who they will no doubt buy out, and he'll go sign for another team, so he'll never play for the Jazz. He's an expiring contract. And then they got Juan Toscano Anderson and Damian Jones, who aren't really worth talking about. So the Jazz really they are done with Mike Conley now. They're done with Malik Beasley. They're done with Jared Vanderbilt. They got a first-round pick for them, and this summer they're going to have a lot of flexibility. I saw from Woj they could have up to $60 million in cap space. They now have 15 first-round picks in the next 7 years, I believe. So overall, the Jazz rebuild is going really well. They're getting a lot of picks, but this trade particularly, I don't think they did the best job. And I think it indicates that there probably wasn't that many great offers to the Jazz out there, because to only get 1 protected first-round pick for Conley, Beasley, and Vanderbilt, I think is a little bit under par, because those are three good players. So I'm a bit surprised they only got one first round pick back, but overall, it's not going to hurt their rebuild at all. Except it's going to help them this year actually to make their pick worse and to make it more valuable. So for the Jazz, I don't think they did great in this trade, but it's a necessary trade for their overall rebuild. And then finally, the Timberwolves, who I think are a very interesting team to talk about here. They gave up D'Angelo Russell for Mike Conley, Mike Conley's a lot older than D'Angelo Russell, but Mike Conley's a lot better fit on the Wolves, in my opinion. He's a very good passer. I'd say he's definitely more unselfish than D'Angelo Russell and has great chemistry with Rudy Gobert. He's a good shooter. He can spot up. He's 36% from three. And they don't have to deal with the D'Angelo Russell extension this summer and the problem of what to do with them because Conley's under contract for this year and for next year. And I think the main thing that this signals from the Wolves is that Anthony Edwards is ready for even more ball handling duties. We've seen over the past couple months, Anthony Edwards has really made the leap. He was almost an all-star. He probably should have been. He might get in there now that some players are going down with injuries. And I think the Wolves now make a lot more sense as a team with Conley and with Edwards in the backcourt instead of with Russell and Edwards. They get a bit more passing from Conley, more experience, and he also has good chemistry with Rudy Gobert. So I think the Wolves got a little bit better here in terms of fit, that's for sure. They also get the 2 second-round picks, and they have Conley on a contract for next year. So I think it's a solid move from the Wolves in a vacuum. Obviously, overall, the Gobert trade is disastrous, and that's going to haunt them for a little while, but they can't redo that trade, and I think in this trade, they've made their team make more sense. But overall, I just think the value for the Lakers for one protected first-round pick to get 3 rotation players, they're probably the big winner of this trade. Thanks for watching.